SML, the playoffs are back. And we're coming at it bigger than we've ever done it before, better than we've ever done it before. We have 2 games on tap. We've got the Panthers and the Eagles. We got the Saints and the Cardinals. The SML network is doing it, and I'm prime time, and I'm with QP. What's going on, brother?
Oh, baby, I'm fired up. I can't wait for these playoffs. Feels like we've been waiting for way too long to be a part of this. I'm just glad to be on the call with such a legend like yourself.
It's exciting. It's great. And guys, this is SML Redzone. 2 games at once, going off, underway here. I hope you guys are excited for it. We're going to do our best to call this game and try not to screw it up. So QP, actually one game has already started here, the Eagles game, and the other game, go figure, hasn't even kicked off yet. So what we're going to do is we're gonna well, they're sending right now, so we're going to keep the screen on both screens here. The Panthers and the Eagles, that's Meats and Bomber. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, this was actually one of the games I had circled for round one that I really wanted to watch because these two guys are, they can play hot, they can play cold at any time, and it can go either way, but I do see the Eagles pulling it out.
Yeah, Bomber, obviously, probably a better team and a little more playoff success. You played Meats just recently, and obviously it was kind of upset. But what do you think that is Meats a legitimate threat? Do you think of the playoffs?
I absolutely think Meats is a threat. There's one thing that Meats is, he's consistently a playoff opponent. Every time you find yourselves in the SML playoffs, something about Meats, I got the Meats. He always seems to be there. He is a real threat if you do not take away what he does well, and that's, run the ball and make short passes.
And by the way, a big hole there for the Eagles. Again, breaking tackles, running down to the 50-yard line. There is an injured player on the field. In the Cardinals game had also kicked off. D Muse is getting the ball first. As he lines up Kyler Murray. D Muse has been known as kind of a playoff player as well, and he's going to go ahead and hand it off there on the right side. Nice run there. What do you think about D Muse?
Another one that's going to be a good playoff game. Another one, I think, round one, maybe even the best playoff matchup for round one between these two guys. QB's known to bring it in the playoffs. Dom's known to bring it in the playoffs. These two are going to go at it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 17-14 type of outcome.
A lot of running early in both these games as Bomber lines up to take the snap here. He's going to go ahead and play. Oh, it's another run there. And Meats, great hit stick there. Good stuff there by the Panthers defense.
Yeah, and that's what Meats is going to need. I think Meats is definitely going to need that pressure from the front four of the Panthers and then that speed in the secondary to slow down what Bomber likes to do.
Here we go. Kyler Murray now back to throw. Quick out route complete. And, hey, the one thing I like about D Muse is the guy doesn't turn the ball over very often usually. Knows calculated throws, runs the ball well, and plays good defense, and that wins in the playoffs. As Bomber's back to throw now.
He had triangle.
Nice throw. He had triangle, but he takes the guaranteed yards. Whoa! Now he gets a fumble. Jeez. What do you think about that one? I think I just heard her come on all the way from across the U.S.
Yeah, there's definitely a come on happening in Virginia or Vermont. I don't know where. I forget where he's from, but you give up that triangle that was a possible touchdown for the easy, quick completion, and it bites him in the butt. Hate to see it on his first drive when he was really moving up the field.
Well, and it's interesting. People say like, and I kind of just said it like, well, he took the conservative pass. Well, you don't know what's going to happen next, so you miss a read and it costs you. As Meats gets plastered, and as Meats gets plastered, D Muse falls down to avoid getting plastered with his fullback. So, yeah, interesting stuff going on right now. Both scores 0-0. Which game do you think is going to be higher scoring? Do you think it's going to be this Meats game?
I do. I think it's going to be the Meats game. Meats can put up points. That's one thing that Meats is pretty good at. Whether it's getting, a long field goal or getting a touchdown, Meats does find himself scoring into the 20s.
Yeah. He's a good player, Meats is. I'm not going to cap. As it's a handoff again. And look at this Saints Steve. Oh, he sheds a tackle. And I thought that run was dead to rights there, but geez, nice broken tackle.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't even trying to mash X. It looks like whoever was just trying to get down, and it took a while.
Is there a key to falling down?
I was actually drawn as well. I don't know. I don't know the secrets. I fumble a lot in these mash battles. Good pass by me.
Yeah, great read there for the first down. As now Dom back to throw, looking, and he throws, and that. Oh my gosh, my butt puckered up.
Oh my goodness. QB is yelling right now. QB is definitely pissed off. That was possibly a game changer in what could be a low scoring affair.
Long field goal attempt. Now, you know something about long kicks. Let's see what happens here as Meats gets a broken tackle. Look at Meats. Oh, Meats down the sideline. It looks like he's going to score.
Goodness.
And he does. As the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. It is SML, the red zone, touchdowns and field goals galore, baby.
Where else would you rather be than on your couch watching SML playoffs right now if you're not partaking in it?
Simultaneous points on the board, 60-yarder plus, and a beautiful run by Meats. And how will Bomber respond with that? Wow.
I was just thinking that, Bomber's not one that he can be easily rattled. He doesn't show it often in the public chat, but if you get up on him or if a few things don't go his way in the Madden game, he really can unravel quickly, and we could see it here if he comes out and tries to get pass heavy.
Here's QB in the pistol running a dive with Alvin Kamara. One thing about QB Stud, and he's kind of an analytical player, and he kind of knows what guys like to do. The interesting thing is with all that thinking, the dude throws a lot of interceptions. Like QB Stud will throw some picks, which almost surprises me.
Yeah, a guy like you just said, a guy that's so analytical. He knows that he needs to pass it exactly 22 times to win the game sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't go his way as far as his progressions and his reads.
Overthinks
so it's going to be something. It's going to be something to keep an eye on.
As Bomber's back to throw, he throws, and that ball was nearly picked off.
Yeah,
gets a nice gain there. Guys, just a stream check. I see Finn's there, Faz, Noel, RD. Guys, what do you think about the stream? Is it holding up okay? Because I'm kind of a little tense that this thing's going to catch on fire.
One thing I'm noticing from Bomber right now is he's really looking 10 yards and in. I just saw that play where he almost got picked off. He had Square coming right over the middle. Right there, oh my God.
Oh, it's intercepted. Jeez Louise, Meats is running down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he's tackled. What do we have here?
Oh, and it's like I just called it. I battled the guy Bomber in his division last cycle.
Geez.
We had some real battles. I know when he gets rattled, he gets pass heavy, and passing is not his forte.
Bomber sending the zero blitz, by the way, buddy. Not to cut you off, but if Meats identifies, he can get a big play here. Meats making checks. QB Stud. Both players snapping the ball. Play fake.
Oh,
and Meats.
big sack.
Wow.
Big sack by Dom.
Yeah,
big sack by Dom.
And a missed throw, I think it was there on the Meats.
Saw that. Dropped pass on that out route. Meats loves his quick outs. If you play Meats, you have to guard those quick outs. He will throw them all game long and make you commit to it. He looks for the seam right after that.
Yeah, good observation there. As Meats hands it off now. Nice conservative. I like getting back to the run here. You get a field goal and you're up 2 scores in, and you got to take that because Bomber got the ball first.
Yep, he did. And Meats is running the ball well. I know that didn't go for much yards right there, but we just saw that.
Oh, wait, look at this throw by QB Stud. Free-formed him, out of bounds, caught though.
Jameis Winston with his first completion. Dan Chisena, high point Dan Chisena. Just kidding, but he does like to throw that deep route to Dan Chisena, and it does work right there. Real nice way to keep the 2 feet in bounds.
And looks like Meats is held to a field goal. We're in the red zone. We could do a fancy screen switch to just that game, but we're not going to do it for a field goal as the Panthers are up 10-0. What was the spread in that Panthers game?
I didn't remember the spread, but I do think that a lot of people had Bomber winning this game. It's this. I think when people play Meats, they assume he's going to, fold the folding chair moniker that he's gotten. But when you play Meats in the playoffs, it's always a lose-lose situation because you beat him, it's the guy that beat Meats. You lose to him, you lost to the guy that's a folding chair.
It's
the be in Bomber's position.
Worst guy to play in the most nervous. I'd rather play the second best player because I'm the best in the league. But hey, real quick, guys, make sure to vote in the DW polls. This guy got polls on these games, and it's fun. It causes a talking point. DW, I want to see what your spread is for both these games. Put it in chat for us so we can analyze that. Oh, Bomber guaranteed a 10-point victory in heat check.
Holy moly, I didn't see that. I didn't get all the way into heat check. I got probably into 5 minutes in.
Yeah. It's QB. Nice throw. Ooh. Yeah.
Real nice throw. It looked like he had a few things for the first down, but decided to take the deeper route.
I think QB is going to win this game.
It's hard because, again, Dom is one of those guys with that playoff experience. Naturally,
Bomber winding up. Hold on, bud. Oh, he's got it.
Good throw.
Running down the sideline. Touchdown, Eagles. I don't know if he deserved it, but he got it.
Yeah, that's a great read by Bomber. It looks like he's been checked down Charlie all game and then finally says, I'm going to go down deep to my best X-Factor receiver. Sometimes you just got to put the ball in your best player's hands and get the job done.
Wow, what a play. I thought that was picked.
I did too. I didn't think Jalen Hurts had that arm
Yeah, me
strength to
either.
get that there.
What a play by
Good throw.
Bomber. Good throw. As QB stud now lines up, he's in the red zone here. I believe this is 2nd and 10. The screen's smaller for me than most of the other people. As he's handed off to Kamara, and he gets a first down. Nice run.
Yeah, QB, his success when he played me was obviously number one defense, but number two, it's Alvin Kamara. Give the ball to Kamara 20 times, let your best players work, and this might be one of those games he has to feed them.
Yeah, I agree. A man blitz there from Dom. Let's see if QB can identify. Looking to throw, throws. Oh, touchdown. I thought that was a tight one.
I did too, yeah. That's a great throw. Great tight window to put that in there. I think Dom was ready for that.
What a games we got so far. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, now Meats is kind of in a little bit of a position where it's what is he going to do this drive? Is he going to march up the field, or is he going to maybe also panic because Bomber came back, scored pretty quickly?
Yeah, that's the problem. You can get tensed real quick if you're like, oh man, shoot, hopefully it doesn't come back. As Meats is back to throw. Quick check down here to the running back, and he's going to be short, so we got a quick 3rd and 1 now for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's what Meats is going to do. Again, he takes those check downs all game long, and then he looks for that streak to, I think he has Marquise Goodwin and also Kadarius Toney, 2 pretty speedy receivers. He's not afraid to throw that streak a lot of the games.
Yeah, that's good observation. And DW came in, says 65% of the polls said Bomber, 35% Meats. Fins, what is your point spread? I want to hear a Fins point spread for both of these games. As Meats does get the first down on the run. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. I thought he was done for. No, he's running down the middle of the field. No one's going to get him. What the heck? Touchdown.
Oh, my God. Bomber is livid. I hope that new controller's coming in through the mail because he's going to be out of a controller soon.
I thought he was. I mean, I just looked away for a second. Then I looked back, and he's still running.
Yeah. Not to talk about my game versus Meats, but Meats had a similar goal line run where he just mashed X through 2 of my guys one play. That's what Zonovan Knight does. He gets through, breaks tackles, and it's hard to bring him down.
Wow. I mean, if you're Meats right now, you're feeling good.
17 points in the first quarter, you got to feel good. Against a guy like Bomber who prides himself on defense and ball control and running the ball, this is a great start for Meats.
Speaking of ball control, Matt says, how fast is that Panthers guy? I'm not sure, but he's fast. And I see Finn says Dom minus 3.5 on the spread. And I see he gave Meats a minus 7.5. So he's got Meats and Dom winning these games right now, according to the Canadian polls.
Well, it's real nice to say that Meats is going to win when he sees 17-7. I would have liked a little bit more of an accurate prediction, Fins. I know you, buddy.
Yeah, we don't trust you, Fins. Back to throw. Oh, nice run there on the he's still going, and now he's going to score. This is stupid.
This is back and forth football. Don't take your eyes off this Philadelphia Eagles Carolina Panthers game. This is just back and forth. Yeah, it's electric.
I think we literally said it's going to be the highest scoring game, and it's going to be, I think. As Dom and QB are kind of playing more of a chess match, tick for tat kind of game, and Meats and Bomber are just ripping at it.
Yeah, just a couple haymakers just being thrown back and forth. Who's got the toughest chin right now?
Yeah. Someone's chin's getting wobbly. As Dom throws a quick flat route for the first down. Interesting how different games play out. On one side, on the left side, if you like offense, look at that side. If you like defense and analytics, look at the right side.
Yeah, definitely. The Cardinals Saints game is, if you don't like offense, you don't want to watch that game. These guys take their time. They're smart. They're calculated.
And Meats rolling out. Throw it away, buddy. Oh, he just hucks it down the field.
Oh, my gosh.
Incomplete. Jeez. This is
Meats
crazy.
Is fearless. Meats is fearless, and I respect that. I respect that he's coming out here just balls out. Nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
You need that against a guy like Bomber.
Meats just at this point he's the folding chair. You can't get much worse, so you might as well just air it out. Meats back to throw again. You know what's interesting? As Meats gets blasted there, Meats calls like 3 plays to one of these guys. 1 plays on the right screen. As Dom's back to throw, and
good read. Yeah.
I mean, these guys on the left side just call their plays so much quicker.
Yeah, it's real fast pace, high octane offense. I mean, we've seen it so far. The Philadelphia Eagles, they have 2 massive plays to get their touchdowns.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Panthers, 2 huge runs to get there. So it does if I am Meats, I'm a little
Big
worried that
play
I'm
here.
only up by 3 with 2
Yeah.
turnovers already
Yeah.
forced.
Big third down for Meats here. Crucial play as he's back to throw now. Uh, and he gets the
Oh,
first down. Nice throw there.
yeah, and that's one thing that people have been saying about Meats is the seam slant combo. He is notorious for that, and he really executes it well when you're not guarding it. He's really mixing in his route combos a lot better this Madden
Yeah.
than previous past, where he used to be a little bit more predictable.
Yeah, it sounds
Dom's
like
in the red zone.
yeah, red zone alert, red zone
Oh
alert.
my goodness.
Oh, geez, Louise. That was bad. It sounds like Meats likes to quick out, seam slant combos, and he's not rolling out as much as he used to with this quarterback at all.
Yeah, he stands firm in the
Pocket
pocket
passer.
and delivers those passes. He has a real 3 seconds and under passing system that he's been utilizing, and you don't really get to him very quickly.
Yeah.
He doesn't find himself in too many deep third down positions.
Yeah, as Dom here is back to throw, looking, still looking, and he's just going to get
Oh, good
sacked.
read.
I mean, it didn't look like he touched the controller there.
Yeah, that was good. I think he wanted that deep in route by circle, and QB was all over that.
Meats back to throw on 2nd and 9. Throws, gets
Oh,
popped,
my.
but
Oh,
between
my.
3 Eagles defenders. Wow. I mean,
And that's what we're talking about right there. Where he stands in the pocket, he takes the hit from the defender, but he delivers just pinpoint accuracy down the field, already in field goal position.
and Dom's drilled 2 long field goals, by the way. A flag's down. They're going to call it on the Panthers.
Yeah, if I'm QB, I like where I'm at. I don't like giving up points ever, but if you're going to give up points, give up 3 instead of 7.
Yeah. Yeah, you if you get more points than the other team, then you usually win the game.
Yeah, your chances are good. Chances are good.
As QB hands it off to Kamara there, and he gets the first. Is it Kamara or Kamara?
I call it Kamara. I don't know. I'm not going to be the one that
Oh
tries to.
my gosh!
Oh my
Jeez!
gosh!
Oh
Wow.
my butt! Literally, if you play that bad, it says my butt puckered up, and you could hear my voice inflict. I mean, I
Oh my
tightened up there.
goodness.
Wow.
Meats is just fearless. You would think that Matt Corral has abilities, and one of them would be fearless the way he's delivering this ball.
I think honestly, ignorance is bliss sometimes. I don't think Meats knows what he's doing. He's just throwing it, man.
And it's paying off.
His QB throws. Oh, picked off. He tried the timing route and it was intercepted. Tried cutting it on the break there.
Yep, that's who is that? Felton. I think he actually traded for this guy from the Titans, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's where QB makes his mistake is he thinks the guy should always win on the cut there and you anticipate it. That's where his picks happen a lot of times.
Yeah, his anticipation sometimes can get the better of him. He doesn't anticipate that he's going to throw the interception. He anticipates that his guy's going to be open.
Yeah. And when you throw it to the other team, usually that means it's an interception. So, Meat's got, is this 3rd and 1 here? Big play.
And when you're playing a guy like Dom, you don't want to find yourself.
No.
Typically, you're going to have, if you turn the ball over once or twice, you're going to lose the turnover battle against a guy like Dom.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn the ball over. He takes care of the ball.
Yeah.
The thing about Dom, he really executes and takes advantage of his. Oh, good throw.
Good throw.
There's that quick out route that we were talking about. Meats really likes to deliver that quick
out.
Was
that not? Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, quick stick out or something. As Dom's back to throw. He's going deep now, bub. And that ball is going to be caught.
Good throw.
Nice throw. Good timing there.
Yeah, real good way to shield the defender there with Robbie Anderson.
That was good. So Meats at the 1 yard line. And they get blown up hard.
Oh.
Jeez. Loss of 2 or 3 or something.
It's going to be interesting to see what Meats does right here. I can see him going into it. He likes to run here in the goal line. He likes to get that 2-back shotgun and give it to the fullback dive.
Yeah,
out of the shotgun run.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he runs through that in the 3rd down. It doesn't look like he's going to come out of that in the 2nd down.
Dom's going to hand it off and get stuffed. Both of these teams inside the red zone.
Yeah, Dom's going to take us to 2. He likes to be very patient with his offense. I can see him. Hopefully he gets into the end zone because you don't want to get another field goal. You would like to turn it into a touchdown.
He throws it away. We got a 3rd down for Meats here. Big moment here, obviously for both teams as they're both right around the 2-minute warning. But Meats has a chance to go up by 2 scores. I mean, this is what wins and loses playoff games, moments like this.
Yeah. He's going into goal line right here on 3rd and goal. It looks like he's just going to try to pound it down the throat of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, it just means he might be willing to go for it if he gets inside the 2-yard line.
Yep, absolutely.
He hands it off. Big hole. Easy.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh.
Touchdown.
That's got to hurt. I don't like that play call by Bomber. I don't like the cover 2 out of the 4-4 right there, or 4-6. If it's a goal line formation at best on a pass, it's a play action pass. I would still like to send a man blitz right there, get in a goal line formation, try to get into the backfield. Yeah,
and to your point on those PA out of goal lines, you're either guarding the flat route to a tight end or a fullback, or that tight end corner route Faz likes to run.
Thanks for calling that out. I'm gonna have to watch that just in case.
Yeah, just wanted to. There's a corner route he really likes out of it. Anyway, so Bomber ready on the field. That was a fast kickoff. I don't know what happened there, but I was zoned out as he's gonna hand it off.
Don't get a snack or a drink when it comes to this Eagles Panthers game.
This is nuts. I don't even got time to think. By the way, QB stud D Muse with the ball here I think it's 3rd and 7.
Yep. Watch the tight end here on that wheel seam route.
I'm watching it good. Here we go. Back to throw. Looking. QB guards the dragon. That ball, oh my gosh. That's intercepted. Oh. There's a flag down. Is it interference?
Roughing the passer. I think it's roughing the passer.
Oh, it's a hold. Meets with the ball.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that was a confirmed touchdown after Dom throws a touchdown and Meets picking off Bomber. Is that for the 2nd or 3rd time?
That's the second That's the 2nd interception, but 3rd turnover for this Eagles team. And Bomber's probably reeling right now. It's going to get ugly soon. If Meets scores here, this is going to get bad.
Bomber at the peak of his powers always used to say, "You win and lose games in under 2 minutes," and he's losing the game right now. I just wanted to point that out. His Meets is letting that clock tick down and hands it off.
Interesting decision to not let it go to the 2-minute mark. There's those quick runs. There's those quick outs. He gets it out quickly.
Well, I think Bomber sending a blitz, a little bit of a pressure package there.
Mm-hmm.
Left it wide open. Jeez. Throw deep. Yep. Oh, man, missed him. I feel bad for QB stud there.
Yeah, it looks like it could have got there if it was an accurate pass. It looks like it probably would have been a completion. So QB could be definitely blaming Jameis Winston after this game.
Yeah. Yeah, if the quarterback threw an accurate pass and the receiver caught it, they probably would have got a completion there. So second and 8 or something the screen's so small I can't even see it for myself. Meets back to throw. A blitz coming. Uh-oh, what are you going to do, Meets? Ooh, nice. See, that's smart. PA for QB now, and he gets rocked. Oh. That was almost picked, dude. Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's an interesting drive for QB because if he doesn't get a field goal out of this and they go into the half 13-7, I do think that Dom is going to win this game. Dom is
I agree.
He's a classy player. He's a smart player.
Wow, conservative call. What do you think about that call by Meets there? You go up three scores if you're aggressive and you're really got Bomber on the ropes, but you choose to go up by 13.
Yeah, obviously I'm always willing to.
Oh, picked off. QB unraveling.
Yep.
That's the one knock on QB this cycle has been the interceptions.
Yeah, they come in bunches when it comes to interceptions with QB. He usually doesn't leave the game with 1. He leaves the game with 3 or 4.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on for the young fella, but he is throwing picks big time. So about, what is that, under a minute left there in the second quarter for Kyler Murray. He's going to run now, and he gets bottled up nicely as Eagles are going to run it here. What do you think about the good run? I noticed a lot of guys are getting a little twitchier inside behind the line of scrimmage with that cutback feature.
Yeah, I think that Dan was probably one of those first guys where it felt like every time he ran a stretch or a power, he cut it right back into the inside. And I think a lot of people are starting to pick up on that and realize that might be the way to go. Yeah,
it sure seems like it is. Look, a little motion play fake here. Dom looking, quick pass, caught, big hit. Nice defense there.
Yeah, and Dom's going to play the safe. Obviously, we can see where this is going. He's going to probably run the ball right here and just take that field goal to go up 16-7.
Yeah, Dom is a really...
This is Bomber's play here. Not to cut you off. This is Bomber's play. Circle.
And he hits the check down on the zig. You know, Bomber loves zigs more than anybody.
Yeah, he does.
Loves zig routes. So 2nd and 3 now for Bomber, under a minute left. But both games obviously under a minute left here in the second quarter. Been exciting.
Yeah, it's been like you said. I'm on the edge of my seat this entire time watching these games, especially this Eagles Panthers game. It's just been back and forth. If Bomber does get a score here, though, I can. Oh no!
Oh, jeez. Nope. Forced it double coverage. Didn't happen there. As Bomber just throwing Stevie Wonders as fast as and hold on.
What just happened? What just
Dom
happened?
with the touchdown. I mean, Dom is out here throwing lasers and Bomber's throwing balloons.
Yeah, it's just one of those things about Jalen Hurts and these low throw power quarterbacks. You can't throw corners with them. They don't deliver corner routes very well. They
Yeah.
always throw it behind, or they just don't lead the receiver.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought Bomber would kind of attack the middle a little bit more, and not throw these out routes and rely on Jalen Hurts' arm.
The interesting thing is there with Jalen Hurts, Meats is rolling out quick pass to the wheel route there to the running back. I think on that throw, if that quarterback had a higher bullet pass, it would have got to the defender quicker because that was an awful read. I mean, that was just awful. As QB's running it here, down by 2 scores. I mean, are we going to watch 2 blowouts?
It could get to that point, especially with, like you said, QB is known to also, when he throws an interception, he might throw a few more. If he doesn't reel it in, if he doesn't get back to a more conservative and precise and accurate game plan, he's going to lose this game by a lot.
Yeah. I mean, he gets the ball and you get a touchdown and you're right back in it. Meats actually gets the ball at halftime. So he's got to be thinking, hey, it'd be nice to get 3 here, but let's not screw this up.
Yeah, Meats his kicker. He's shown once he's past the 50, he's in field goal range.
And he's in field goal range.
Yep.
Wow. And you know what? This is a big difference maker here because it's a 16-point game. That gives you a lot of leeway. If you do let up some touchdowns, that makes Bomber have to get some 2s. Now, Bomber.
Yeah, Meats is playing a smart game here. I'm really impressed with how Meats has
too.
come out. Just again, fearless, nothing to worry about, and he's just letting his game.
Alert block. Bomber's one of the best blockers in the league, and it's a 50-plus yarder. Kick, not blocked. That kick is gonna go good. Wow, Meats up 30. Is that 30-14?
That's 30-14.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't think that we were going to see this in this game. I knew we were going to see a big, high-scoring affair, but I did not anticipate Meats having 30 at halftime on such a stout Eagles team. Don't ask Dan about this Eagles team, but a majority of us do believe this Eagles team is very good.
Yeah, very good, or at least better than or equal to a nice timing out route there. At least equal to this Panthers team. I mean, both.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not a big team advantage either way, quarterback advantage either way. These teams have they're both just solid rosters.
And what Meats is doing well and what he's been doing well, it looks like through the last few weeks of the season, he's playing his game. He's playing at his pace. The teams the opponents are falling into his game. I believe Miles Sanders was the leading rusher or top 3 leading rushers in the league, and we haven't really seen much of him outside of that first drive.
Why is Jalen Hurts thrown it so much? That's a good point.
Again, I've kind of got a feel for how Bomber gets when he starts to struggle, and he gets a little bit more pass heavy than he should. Can't make it all up in 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah, that's true. As Meats is going to get popped there. I like not forcing an interception. You're up 2 scores, 2-2s. As looking here now, QB stud back to throw, and he throws it deep. Oh! No, that was tight.
Yeah. And that's that anticipation we talk about with QB. It looks like it's an interception the most, but QB knows. He anticipates these routes.
Blitz off the side. Meats throws and missed the throw. But yeah, QB knew just down to the centimeter how far that defensive back was off. I mean, just analytical.
And again, QB is not really didn't mean to cut you off, but QB is not panicking here. It looks like he's putting together a good drive. If he gets this to 20-14 and obviously gets a quick stop on Dom, who's not the most explosive offensive player, we could see the driver's seat coming back to QB.
We could have a ball game as QB hands it off, and nice run there for Kamara, and Bomber with the ball at midfield, and he can make it a 1-score game. None of these games are over.
Yeah. Not really over yet, but
it sure feels like Bomber's playing like crap though, and But hey, it's only 2 scores, and Meats has been known to do some stupid stuff. So I'm not calling it over.
Absolutely. I'm not going to call it over just yet, especially with 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The thing is, Bomber's not the most explosive offensive player.
Yeah.
He just needs to continue to play his game, rely on Miles Sanders in that run game.
Back to throw. Nice completion there. And he's going to get close to the first down. By the way, I don't know if you watched QB take an awful sack there the play before. He should have just thrown it away, and now he's backed up on 2nd and goal. That's stuff you wouldn't expect from a veteran Madden player like QB Stud, who gets a nice little gain there.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to find yourself into the end zone. Once you get to that 12 yards and in, the field really, really shrinks.
It does.
And we'll see how he can execute. But like you said, getting sacked, putting yourself back to the 13-yard line, now this 3rd and 5, it's going to be a lot harder. You can't just automatically run. If I'm QB, I have to try to find myself into the end zone. But I can see it. It looks like a run lane would be here if you ran a trap or so.
Back to throw.
Oh, man.
Oh man. What was that?
Those ones frustrate me if I'm Dom, because that deserves to be a turnover when you make a bad read like that.
And Bomber, by the way, driving downfield nicely. And the kick is up on the way. QB Stud within 10 points. And Bomber driving to try to make it a 1-score game.
Yeah, if I'm Bomber, I got to be pretty upset that my only 3 incompletions are literally all 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
it's pretty frustrating. That means you got to make the right read. You're making the right reads outside of these few plays.
It's interesting. Even if Bomber gets a touchdown 2 drives in a row, if he screws up 1-2, it means he's got to get another score. So
yeah,
that's going to be tough. It's tough to get 2-point conversions for me anyway.
Absolutely. Me too. I hate having to get a 2.
It sucks. Dan
got himself a Super Bowl because I didn't get that.
I know.
Bomber loves that zig route. It was covered.
Sack.
It was covered. That zig route was covered, and that's what happens.
Yeah, that was a huge sack. Now Bomber's got a 3rd and long?
Yep. Looks like it's 3rd and 19. That's tough. Yeah, you hate to see it, but again, when you have your eyes on just the zig route, and you don't have a secondary security blanket option to go to. The security blanket should be the zig route.
Yeah,
you should have another read.
Yes.
To be. Well, that's why Herbert's up there for the tops. That's why Brady's up there for the tops.
Picked off. Man. Picked. Pickedoff. And yet the Panthers running down the sideline is Meats.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Just take that drag across the middle. Take your 3 and keep fighting.
Bomber is just imploding right now.
Yeah, you hate to see it from one of the top 5 guys. I know that we kind of have bumped him out of the big 5, and I think we're kind of starting to see why. I don't want to jinx the other big 4 members, but I think we're starting to see why people have bumped him out of that big 5 conversation.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be critical of Bomber, but he's just.
It's X.
What a throw by Dom.
Yeah, Dom's in a groove right now when it comes to passing the ball.
Meats now. Now Meats is known to do something stupid every now and then, but he throws it away there.
Bomber has to get off the field here. 3rd and 9. You cannot let this drive continue and let this go into the 4th quarter still down by 16 or 2 scores.
Yeah, even if Meats doesn't score, just taking some more clock off would be ideal. Exactly. Blitz coming from the Eagles, and they're screaming off the edge. Meats throws. Caught! Uh-oh!
Oh, man.
I thought he was going to score, but he's going to get caught from behind. But he's inside field goal range, and you get a field goal and you're up 3 scores.
And again, this is what we talked about. In the past, Meats might have tried to scramble out quickly, and he just stands in the pocket firm, takes the hit, and delivers just a beautiful
read
ball.
Option.
Oh, man.
Boy, get down there, dude. Whoa. Jeez. As Dom's now lining up, looks like he's got a little drive concept maybe. This is a popular concept, a drag and out from the running back.
I like this throw.
Oh,
I like this throw.
What a throw.
Yeah, I like that throw.
Touchdown. Dom.
You can see it. You could see it right away, and I think Dom obviously saw that right away. Great throw. I don't see QB coming back. I'm going to put the nail in the – where's my nail? Where's my hammer? I'm putting QB in the coffins.
Yeah, QB, I was expected maybe to win this game. Meats was expected to lose this game, and he is taking it to Bomber right now.
Good stop.
Unfortunately,
yeah, exactly. Unfortunately for Bomber, he allowed too much of a drive for Meats, and here we go. And now this is a guaranteed 3 score.
Bomber can block, though.
Oh, no, this is Justin Tucker of the SML.
Meats is one of the best kickers we've ever seen in the league. He's taking his clock down. He's afraid of the block. Oh, you got the animation!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he missed the block! Oh. He had the animation. Bomber knows something about blocks. You better believe that.
Yeah. Two of the best guy. When it comes to blocking, one of the best. When it comes to kicking, one of the best. It's good to see a chess match even in the kicking game.
Yeah, and Meats up 17. Let me repeat that. The folding chair is up 33-14.
Yeah, and if I'm Faz, do you think Faz is licking his chops knowing that he's going to probably get Meats in the second round?
Is that who Meats is a 6
I
seed, isn't
think
he?
Meats is the 6th seed. I believe it's a 3 versus 6 right here in this battle.
Yeah, that'd be an ideal matchup. Well, I don't know. I mean, Meats beat you, and then he
Yeah.
beat Bomber pretty
I believe he's
handily.
on a 6-game winning streak right
I
now.
mean,
He's feeling good.
and the pressure as Bomber's back to throw, and he'll
Oh
fumble.
man.
Picked
Oh man.
up. Oh geez.
Oh man.
Meats is
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah. I mean, the narrative might be that there was a fumble here and there, but Meats has outplayed Bomber every facet of this ball game.
Yeah. You as a guy that's lost to Meats, you don't like to admit that you lose to the guy straight up, but he beat me straight up, and it looks like he's just beating Bomber straight up right now.
And he throws. Meats throwing. Yeah, but back to the potential Panthers and Packers. I mean, the pressure Meats puts on people because the folding chair narrative is, it can be a little intimidating.
It's absolutely real. I'll tell you that. There's no fake. We can't fake it and say it doesn't exist. It absolutely exists. Everybody that plays Meats or runs into him, they say they don't want to play him. They would rather play QP. They would rather play Dan. They'd rather play Prime because of the pressure that it brings if you lose to a guy like Meats.
Yeah, I mean, and Meats is playing some of the best ball I've ever seen him play.
Absolutely.
And I need to correct myself. I said earlier that Meats is up 17. He's up 19 points. Is he gonna go for this? This will be
I would take the field goal if I'm him. Just more points the better, especially when it comes to a score like
he's going for it. Oh,
this is interesting.
It's Bomber and field goal block.
Seen a field goal block? Yes, it looks like a field goal block. Is this allowed?
Well, he called his play before Meats even called his.
This is interesting.
Now let's see what Meats does here. If I'm Meats, he's running a play, touchdown.
I mean, it's obvious that was going to be what he was throwing it to. There's nobody out there.
No timeout by Bomber. Bomber quickly called his play, and Meats went for the jugular.
And what I'm a little bit disappointed, there's no adjustments by Bomber. I would have got off the line. He was on Troy Pride Jr., it looks like, on the line of scrimmage. I would have just got up and went over there manually over to that receiver and tried to take that away.
Do you think that a play like that, I mean, Meats is up 19. By rule, he can go for that. But do you think he should have? Is there any, do you think anything there where you wouldn't have agreed with going for that?
I probably will get a little bit of flack from some of the guys in the league, but in that position, I see a field goal block. I'm making your ass pay 100 times out of 100 times. I'm going to make you have to respect my game just like I respect your game.
Yeah. I would have, a nice play there, corner out for Bomber.
This is the playoffs. If this was week 6, maybe it's a little bit different and it's your divisional rival. You don't want to, ruffle too much feathers, but this is the playoffs. Winner goes on, loser goes home. I like the call by Meats.
And here's the thing, Bomber's already almost nearly blocked one field goal. So, that could change the game. Is Dom running the ball. I mean, Dom has got his game in control. Meats has just completely embarrassed Bomber. I mean, that's been the biggest shock of the playoffs is just how this game has gone.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing because I know Bomber was really excited for these playoffs to start. It's been so long since we had some SML playoffs. I think that he really thought that he was going to come out and have a different game than obviously what's happened. And this is probably just disappointing. Probably makes him want to go on and start Red Dead or whatever new game everybody's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if the magic of Hogwarts could cause a comeback in this one. I mean, it's
tough.
It's tough. And, all kidding aside, I've been on the losing end of multiple playoff games as of late, and it's not fun. It hurts. And if you're a competitor, I mean, trust me, I lost to QB in a game I felt I should have won, and then I had an undefeated season end against Matt the season before that. And I mean, I don't like losing.
Oh, nice
run, but it hurts.
It definitely hurts. Like you just said, I know what it feels like to lose. I let Dan win a Super Bowl because I didn't convert a 2-point conversion. So it definitely hurts to be on the losing end when it comes to going home. You don't have another game to look forward to for a few days. You have to go through the off season. It's really frustrating.
And especially when you lose to a player like Dan, who's not really even that good. You know, I mean, if you lose to a guy like Matt, who's more of a respected owner, then it's a little bit easier to swallow that loss.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I know you respect Matt.
I respect Matt and Gutta, by the way. So QB down 3 scores, Bomber down 3 scores. I mean, one of these guys could come back.
Yeah, if I was putting my money on somebody, it would be QB over Bomber, just with the time left. Oh, he's got a streak. Oh, he had.
Oh my God.
Goodness!
This is
Looked like he had Dan Chisena down the seam route, but he opted to again check it down, and now you find yourself in 4th and 10. 6 minutes left. It feels like Dom has this in the bag, but again, you never know. Miracles do happen.
QB punting.
Interesting choice.
You know, I know you said QB had the streak, but he figured throwing the late out route and double coverage was the move there. And ultimately, kind of punting on this game, probably just saying, hey, you know what, I've lost. I'm going to play. I'm just going to let you run the clock out, kind of.
Yep, and maybe that is what he did. I don't know if you saw with your screen, but there was 20 pass attempts to the Saints to only 10 rush attempts. This is Dom's game. He's been controlling the offense. When you can't give the ball to your best player and you rely on the air attack, sometimes that can bite you. Yeah,
Dom has out-muscled QB stud and Meats has dominated Bomber. I mean, these games have, been a little surprising.
They didn't go the way I expected. Yeah, they definitely didn't go the way I expected. I thought these 2 games were going to be some of the closest round 1 matchups, and they might be actually the biggest blowouts that we have in the entire round 1.
At least we got to do them at the same time and rip the Band-Aid, you know. It was kind of fun to get them out of the way. You know, personally, I got my wedding anniversary today, so I won't be commentating any more games. But I know there's some other games coming up. Q, you want to talk about those?
Yeah, we have the Jags, and I forget who he is playing, to be honest. It's the Jags versus who is it? Matt. It's actually Matt. Your respected friend Matt. I think that's going to be a good one. I believe that's the next one coming up. Yeah. I do think that Matt is going to beat Bean. Bean's been kind of MIA lately. He's coming off a few tough losses, and Jimmy G magic seems to be running out.
Well, the other thing is, I know that the Jaguars defense is good, but look, Matt's just playing better, and both these guys are punting at the same time. By the way, kind of weird, but yeah, I'm picking Matt. The other game after that would be the Browns game, Browns and Broncos.
Yeah, I think interesting. Who would have thought Noel was coming back as the 4th seed?
Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing about division leaders, I guess. But
yeah, real good storybook ending for Noel in this first year of the season. We all wrote him off. We all thought Finns was going to come out of the AFC North, or maybe even Field. And Noel is the surpriser. He's been relying on Chubb, and it's really helped him.
And you know what? When you play a guy with a team as loaded as the Browns and a great running back, it doesn't matter. They can win the freaking game. Yeah. And Bomber throws a dot. Hold on, buddy.
Good throw.
Hold your horses there. The Eagles are in the end zone.
Yeah, if he gets an onside kick, touchdown, onside kick, all in 20 seconds or less, this could be a game.
It could be. I mean, this is why we play the game. And what do you think about your game? I mean, you play Doink.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer, and if Tommy Boy comes out and he plays his game, if he rallies the troops behind him, I should coast easily. But This is the playoffs, and I know Doink has the experience, and I do have the announcer's curse. So hopefully in the booth tonight they don't pick me, and I can pull an upset out.
Yeah, that would be exciting. I think you're going to pull it off personally, but we'll see. And also we skipped Dan and Dump. That's another good game.
Yeah, that's actually, I wish that we could see Dump at his full potential with full internet. I don't know what we're going to get from from Dump, but just naturally, you have to go with the guy that has the theories. You have to go with the guy that puts the hours in, and just a superior team in the Bills.
And by the way, the game is over. Meats has defeated Mad Bomber 40-28. What a game that was. What a shocker that was. And we're going to transition now to a one-screen game. We're going to transition to the D-Muse QB stud game, which is just under 3 minutes to go on a 4th down.
Oh, nice read by Taysom Hill. Good call. This is a great call.
Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah, you're slightly ahead of me in the stream is incredibly choppy, but touchdown. We got choppy on the transition for some reason. I don't know why that is. Hmm. Unfortunate.
Now, for Bombers off season, he has to re-sign Jalen Hurts. He has to do a few. I think he has to re-sign Miles Sanders. Where do you go if you're Bomber at this point? You just come off this just crushing defeat to a less superior
Yeah.
opponent, as many would say. Look at Bombers 91 offense. If you're looking at his screen, 89 overall as a team. He had the advantage by 9 overalls as a team. He has 91 to 80 off, and he just has a really loaded team. Where do you go if you're a guy like Bomber?
Yeah, it's tough. I know he got some draft picks. He's got some pieces he can move. He, uh, I don't think it's a team issue. I think he just needs to. I think he needs to do some self-analyzation here and find out what he's going to do offensively and kind of correct that somehow. Maybe maybe some skills trainer tutorial gauntlet type of things. Kind of find some new stuff because he doesn't have the Browns of last cycle anymore or the Jaguars before that. The game plays differently. It's a little more skill based, and I don't think Bomber's got it right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, what I think I noticed, I've seen a few of his games. It looks like a lot of the same passing concepts as he used, like you just said, with the Browns. When you had a guy like Anthony Schwartz, who's so fast, and you have that studly offensive line, Nick Chubb. It looks like it's the same offensive concepts that he was running with the Browns. And like you said, not all teams are the same, and the gameplay is a little bit different this year.
Yeah. And by the way, for some reason, when we switch to one screen, it's been a little more choppy. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna try to correct that here. Otherwise, it's been pretty good actually. So what a fun first round we've had. I mean, it's been a little surprising, but it looks like QB Stud is going to try to take his timeouts and come back in this one. I don't think he should have punted it earlier if he was going to take his timeouts, but
yeah.
Alas.
You can't punt in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes left and think you're going to come back. Did you see Meats is wanting to get on the mic? Did you see Meats' message?
Oh, hold on here.
Meats wants a post-game interview. He wants to be heard.
Yeah, let me adding him. Bomber left the chat, but we're at least gonna get young Meats in here. Hold on, we're gonna add him. Thanks for Meats. I love that guy. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let's see here. So I think I just lost QP for a second, but we're gonna work our way through that. Any second here. Hopefully they see to join my call. Yeah, I think we're just having some issues on this one stream. I don't know why that is, but none of these guys are joining the call either. Okay, we got Meats. Meats, are you there?
What's going on, Brian?
Hey, buddy. We're waiting on QP. I think he got confused when I left the call, but hey, we're still watching this Saints game. There's a minute left. It's pretty much over, but you pulled it off, dude, and you dominated against Bomber. I don't think anybody's seen that one coming. What the frick happened there, dude?
Yeah, I mean, hey, first of all, hats off to Bomber. He had a great season. Hit Eagles team is loaded. They're never fun to play. Yeah, honestly, I think it was a case of Bomber beating himself and just taking advantage of his mistakes. I really was not expecting to shoot out to that 10-0 lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying to myself, I just got to hold this lead now. He spotted me 10 points. Just got to tie him from the rest of the way.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good game, and you threw the ball well. QP, are you here?
I'm here.
All right. We almost lost QP. I pulled a fast one on him. Hold on. QB throws in triple coverage, incomplete. Yeah, Meats, back to your game. I mean, Bomber seemed to make a lot of uncharacteristic throws, interceptions. At what point did you know you had it in the bag?
Honestly, probably way later than you guys did. I'm not one that usually ever takes it easy because I've blown 20-point leads before. That was honestly the major motivating factor in that fourth down call that I caught Bomber in the field goal block. But up 19, I was like, I could take 22, but that doesn't make it a 4-score game or whatever. So I wanted to put extra points on the board, and that's when I really knew I had it.
QP, do you have any questions for young Meats who pulled off one of the biggest upsets so far of the playoffs, obviously?
Yeah, I definitely have to say, one, Meats, congratulations. You're riding a hot streak right now. I know you get a lot of crap. I know you got crap from me after beating me, but you beat me straight up. You just beat Bomber straight up. Your confidence is through the roof right now. How happy are you after this win? I know that's a basic question to start, but how do you feel after this win?
I mean, I can't lie. It feels pretty good, but at the same time, it almost feels not as good as I was expecting it to feel because I would have almost rather it have been a closer game because it would have felt more like I won this game and it wasn't Bombers' mistakes that lost this game.
Well, sometimes you have to look at it. Bombers' mistakes were actually because of maybe the way you played defense. So I do have to say, did you really think the game was still in question when you were going for that touchdown on that field goal block play? Because we definitely felt like the game was out of hand by then.
I've seen some weird stuff. I've lost multiple games this cycle off of field goal blocks. 19-point lead. It was probably over, sure, but I'm not taking any risks in the playoffs. Like I said it in chat. Against a lower caliber player or in a regular season, I'm gonna kick that 99% of the time. But it's playoffs, man. You got to go for it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I said.
I don't hate the call. I think he was so close to blocking the other one, and even if you get stopped, I probably would have ran it. But then when he came on the field goal block, I would have checked to a pass as well. And worst case, you probably get incomplete. But yeah, I don't hate the call. I think that it's playoffs, and you got to cut the throat sometimes. Well, I mean, by the way, the other game ended. Dom won 27-17. Meats won 40-28. Guys, do you have any further comments before we kind of wrap up here?
I just want to say again, congratulations to Meats, congratulations to Dom, congratulations to QB and Bomber. They both had a hell of a season. They both, gave it their all. I know it sucks, and I know it's frustrating to lose, especially once it's time to go home after this one loss. But Meats, you keep growing on, and you get to play actually Foz next. So how do you feel about that before we exit?
Well, I feel like we're writing off Doink here a little fast. But...
Oh!
No, you play Foz, right?
No,
okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so, no, in all honesty, I expect to be playing Foz. Not looking forward to it. I've said it before. I hate playing him because he's the only one that consistently kicks my ass by multiple scores. So. Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll see what happens. All it takes is one good game, and then you win. It's not a best of 7, not a best of 5 or a best of 3. It's sudden death. Best man wins. Guys, that is SML Redzone. Meats prevails. Dom prevails. QP, thank you for being on the call. I'm Prime. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.